Last week we learned about colors and we learned about leaves. We learned how to observe leaves. That means to carefully look at the shapes, colors, and textures. So, texture means how something feels. And we used all the colors in our crayon box to color in the leaves. You could have colored in scientifically with the real colors that you see, or you could have had some fun with it and just put whatever colors you wanted to on your leaves. Today we're going to continue learning about color and learning about nature. We're going to draw the trees that these leaves would fall from. So there's two kinds of trees in the world. We can categorize trees into two ways. One way are deciduous trees. So those are trees that look like this, and this is a small example of what we're going to do today. So deciduous trees are the trees that make these pretty little leaves that fall off of the trees every fall. Deciduous means to fall off. So next week we'll learn about the other kind of trees, the coniferous trees. Today we're going to learn about deciduous trees and how to draw them. We're also going to learn how to make a rainbow sky like this. We'll learn how to put the crayon colors in rainbow order. So yes, I'm going to use crayons again today because they blend really well together. So you'll need your three primary colors and your three secondary colors. The secondary colors are the colors that you can create with primary colors. And I'm going to draw with a black crayon. I'm going to set this one aside for right now. So the first thing we're going to do is create the background or the rainbow that's behind our tree. So this picture that I drew, it looks like a tree that all the leaves have fallen off. So trees that we probably see right now in late November and early December. And you can see a rainbow colorful sky behind it. You can see the sky through all the branches of the tree. You probably wouldn't see this much beautiful sky if there was still leaves on this tree. So we're going to color in the background first. So I'm going to put these crayons in rainbow order. Sometimes rainbows you'll start with red, sometimes you can start with purple, but you can really start with any color in between as long as you have them in the correct order. So I like to have my rainbow sky with the red on the bottom. That way it looks like a sunrise or a sunset. So red, then orange, then yellow, green, blue, and then purple. With these colors, can you see how they would look like a rainbow? The colors sort of blend into the other colors, and that's what we're going to practice today on our paper. So I'm going to fast forward this video a little bit so that I'm not spending the entire class time coloring. But what I'm going to do, what I want you to notice, is I'm trying to put the colors on my paper all the way from one edge to another edge. And I'm also going to try to fit all 6 of these colors equally on my paper. But it's okay if a little bit of one color goes over another color. In fact, I'm going to try to do that. So I've got red on here first. And then where I left off on the top of the red, take my orange, I'm going to overlap those two colors to make them kind of blend into the colors. So it blends, the red blends into this orange, kind of like a real sunset. Then after I'm done with this orange, I'll be blending it into the yellow. So to blend it in, I'll take my yellow, go right over the top of where I left off on the orange. So I'm coloring on the orange, And I'm going to do that with all these colors. Okay, I'm finished with my beautiful rainbow sky. So now I'm going to show you how to draw a tree. The first thing I'm going to do with my tree is draw the trunk. So the trunk is the strong part of the tree that you climb if you like to climb trees, and that's the part that grows out from the earth. So I'm going to make a tall rectangle. I want to stop at the middle of the paper or a little bit lower. Using my black crayon on top of the colorful crayons, if I color on top of it, it'll stay on top of the crayon. The black shouldn't blend in with the other colors. Okay, my next step, I'm going to draw two branches, two big branches coming off of this trunk. And then remember that number 2. We're going to keep splitting branches into 2. We're going to grow our tree to the top of the paper. So I'm going to draw 2 small rectangles going off in a V shape. Color those in 2. In real life, trees don't look like rectangles, but since we're all learning how to draw right now, it's okay if things don't look like they do in real life. The more we practice drawing, the more like in real life things will look. So I'm going to break these branches off, grow them into 2 more. So 2 more small rectangles. On each side. I'm going to keep going. So I'll probably be working from this side of my paper to the other side so I can make sure that I put 2 branches on each side. Don't forget any of them. Keep going, 2 on each. And you can make your V's together or apart like that. That's up to you how you want to do it. At some point, you're going to have branches that overlap like this. So these ones aren't overlapping. These 2 aren't touching. These 2 branches are touching, but that's starting to make it look more like real life. I'm going pretty fast because I'm just drawing quick lines. You can go fast too if you want to, or you can go slow, however you want your picture to look. You can draw as many branches as you want. And when you think your picture is finished, you can hold it up to the camera during our meeting and show everyone what you did. I'm not going to finish mine until my branches reach the top of the paper up here. So I don't want to stop quite yet. I want my tree to look really big, really full branches. What are some things you could draw in a tree? What lives in trees? maybe some birds. You could put birds in your tree if you want to, or you could draw a squirrel, or what other animals live in trees. Maybe a cat that climbed up a tree, maybe a fireman who's trying to climb a ladder and rescue the cat. So you can add anything you want extra to your picture, or if you just like how it looks, the big beautiful tree in front of the rainbow sky, you can leave it how it is.